Good morning. I will return your exam on Wednesday. And today after class, please come to see me for four students. Please come to see me. 陈龙奇、吴梦武、卢忠成、韦谦。Please come to see me after class. Okay. 吴忠成，come to see me after class. Okay. So we will discuss the exam on Wednesday. Okay. Last time we have discussed some basic ideas about integration and the example of the so-called some simple integration like linear integration, circular integration, and polynomial integration, including non-parametric and parametric form. Simple examples. Today, we will discuss another important category in the so-called integration, the so-called spline integration. In English, spline actually means smooth curve, like this. This is what we call spline ruler. It's quite smooth. No matter how you destroy it, it's a smooth curve. Smooth meaning that the tangent is continuous. The slope is continuous. In other words, in mathematics, it means differentiable at each point. Differentiable at each point. And this is what we call smooth curve. And for smooth curve, we have one term, spline. Spline meaning smooth curve. Okay. And the most common spline, there are several types. One is what we call S-spline. Pima is the pulse spline, Pima. And B-spline is what we call Bezier curve. It's related to Bezier curve. Bezier is another mathematician. Okay, who invented Bezier curve. And this one is related to generalized Bezier curve. And C-spline, she is not a name. Now she is Cubic spline. So ABC spline. Okay. Okay. So in commercial CNC controllers, most of them have provided the spline function, already provided spline function. For example, Siemens, the G code is like this: A spline or B spline or C spline. You just replace this name and do some coordinate. This is coordinate and this is orientation. Okay. So the language form is like this. Okay. Let us talk about the types of spline integration. Several types. Okay. And in general, for the spline, we have the so-called control point. We need to define the control point first. And here, suppose we have n+1 control point. That means the control point is from I0 to I1. So S0, Y0 is the starting point. And Sn, Yn is the ending point. Okay? And the spline function normally is consisted of several segments connected together. So the overall spline may contain n part from one control point to another point. From one control point to another point, you have a function, a smooth function, and between them, there are some conditions requiring, for example, differential ball in the connecting point. Okay. So from S0 to S1. So in most spline, each such function, spline function is a polynomial degree up to some degree, k, for example. Okay. In general, we require only to pass through the control point. Okay. And if you do this, you can have infinite many solutions to the condition. In other words, if you just require to pass through this control point, the curve, if your spline curve is required to pass through the control point, then there are infinite many solutions in general. So usually we will provide additional requirements to, for example, the differentiability at a connecting point, at a junction point. Okay. We will see this later. This is the S prime. S prime is that. Suppose here we have 7 points. So this is S0, Y0, S1, Y1, S6, Y6. You have 7 points. Okay. And the so-called optimum spline is that we use the polynomial function of degree 3. So this is the explicit form of polynomial, explicit form, not implicit form. In other words, we have a relationship between x and y vector. And y is function of s, a polynomial function of s up to degree 3. So this function has 4 parameters, A, B, C, D. 4 parameters. Right? 4 parameters. We want to determine these 4 parameters such that the polynomial function can pass through the so-called control points. So you have 4 parameters. So at most you can pass through 4 points. So S1 is that every 4 points, P1, P2, P3, P4, these 4 points, you can find one polynomial function like this. In other words, y equals this. Okay. And another 4 points, P4, P5, P6, P7, you can have another polynomial of degree 3. Something like this. Okay. So it will be one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, etc. And so this part you have y equals A, B, C, D, A, A plus B. So we call it A1, B1, This is the one polynomial. Another polynomial is so here you have another function y equals b2 s3 plus b2 squared plus c2s plus b2. Okay. So, and similarly, you continue this way. Every 4 points, you can have a polynomial. Every 4 points, you can have a polynomial. This polynomial will pass through all of the control points here. We will pass through all the control points. Okay. This is what we call S point. So it's quite straightforward. So the result is S prime will pass through all the control points. Okay. And because it's a polynomial only up to degree 3, there is no high degree of polynomial. High degree of polynomial, you may have acceleration. So the cubic polynomial do not have the so-called very high curvature change in the phase. So it's the non-unnecessary acceleration. However, there's one problem. It may result in a non-smooth phase, especially at the junction here. As you can see, in our example here, this 4 point will form a polynomial. This polynomial will result in this way. This 4 point will result in another polynomial that will result in this way. So at this junction, the slope may not be the same. In other words, this point may not be smooth. The other point, they are smooth. The other parts, they are all smooth. However, at this point, it may not be smooth. Okay. So we may have non-smooth phase. Okay. Localization effect, meaning that if you change 1 point, you may affect up to 6 points. For example, you change the position of this. You change the position of this, and the other remain the same. Then the first polynomial will be changed. The second will not. So it will affect up to 1, 2, 3 points. You change this, the position of this. I'll give you an example. If you change this point up to here, then the polynomial will change it like this, right? The polynomial may change it like this. But this point is not changed. So these 4 points are exactly the same. This polynomial will not be changed. But this one will be changed. Okay. So this is one example. Okay. So for such change, you can affect 3 points. However, if you change this point, if this point is changed to another like this. Then both this polynomial and this polynomial will be changed. Right? So it will affect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It will affect 6 points. This is why we say you change 1 point, it may affect up to 6 points. You change this point, it will affect the previous 3 points and the following 3 points. If you change other point, it will affect only 3 points. Okay. This is a so-called correlation effect. In other words, it will not affect others. It will affect up to only the neighborhood. Okay? Any questions? Any questions? And we will talk about this prime later. We will discuss the so-called C prime first. C prime is the so-called cubic prime. Cubic prime is to connect every 2 points with polynomial in this way. Okay, every 2 points connect by polynomial in this way. That means using polynomial array. Every 2 points. Okay. If you do this way, here you have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 parameters to determine. But you require only to add 2 points. So that means you have 2 additional conditions can be imposed. So the result of this is, of course, it will pass through the control point because this one is a polynomial degree 3. This one is also polynomial degree 3, and so on, and so on. Okay. So normally, for additional condition, we will require the tangent will be the same for this curve and this curve at the junction point. So we can have the so-called continuous slope. And also, because we can have 2 additional, you have 4 parameters to determine, but you have only 2 points to pass through. So you have 2 additional conditions to be imposed, to be added. So one condition is that the slope is continuous. Another condition is that further, one step further, curvature is continuous. So we can have continuous slope and curvature. Okay. The baton, the downside is that we may produce oscillation. Meaning that because we want to have a continuous slope and curvature, so you may have a situation again. Because the curvature here is a little rough. So you want to have a continuous slope. You will force space. If you, for example, if you just look at P5 and P6, you want to connect these 2 points. The most smooth way is like this, right? We don't need to go through this way, right? But in order to have continuous slope and curvature, in order to have a continuous slope and curvature, it will result like this. Similarly for this one, P6 and P7, in order to have a continuous slope and curvature, you have this result. Not like this. So here, we just, the polynomial just like this. But here, you may have result like this. But the result is that every point are smooth, even at the junction. At the junction, you have continuous slope and curvature, of course, smooth. Between the junction is a polynomial ratio, of course, it's smooth as well. So the result is always smooth, a smooth curve. However, it has non-localization effect. That means if you change one point, if you change this point, if you move, for example, P2 a little bit to here, of course it will affect this, but also affect this. Because it affects this, it will affect this. Because we require continuous slope and curvature. So, like the dominion, you will, propagate to all the following points. So, changing one point may affect many points. Of course, the effect, if you change P2, the effect will, it will affect all the following points, but the effect will not so serious when the points are far away from this. It will more serious near this point. But anyway, it will affect many points. Any question? This is what we call non-localization effect. System. Next, we will discuss another important integration, spline integration, the so-called B-spline. B-spline is dealing with the Z curve. And generalization of B-spline will be what we call non-uniformization of B-spline. That will be another topic we will talk about later. So here, we will discuss the Z and B-spline first. Their relationship is like this. The set of the Z curve is smaller. The B-spline is larger. And nerves is even larger. In other words, you can consider the Z as a special case of B-spline. And B-spline is a special case of nerves. You can consider this one. Okay. So then this set includes this set includes this, and of course includes this. So the relationship is like this. So what is the Z curve? The Z curve is defined by 3 points. Only 3 points. Okay. P0, P1, P2. 3 points. 3 points can considered as 2 line segments connected together. So from P0 to P1, P1 to P2. And this is what we call check polygon. It will form for example, 3 points form a triangle. This is what we call here check polygon. This is the triangle. And the so-called Bezier curve and this line runs here. This is what we call convex integration, meaning that the generated curve will be inside the check polygon. As you can see here, the curve will be inside here, it will not go out. The resulting curve will not go outside the check polygon. It will be inside the check polygon. And the idea of Bezier is quite genius. Okay, it's a very simple idea from Bezier. He wants to generalize. He wants to create a curve which is near this point and starting point P0 goes to P1 and go to P2. He wants to construct a curve which is following this way. However, he wants a smooth curve, in other words, a spline. He wants a smooth curve. And in order to, because he hoped that this curve can nearby this three control point, he wants this curve to be nearby this three control point. So he takes weighting. In other words, the Bezier curve is a parametric polynomial curve. He used a parameter for U. And U is from 0 to 1. So when U is 0, it will be here. When U is 1, it will be here. In between, it will form a curve. So it's a parametric. You can consider this as a parametric polynomial. Bezier can be considered as one type of parametric polynomial integration. Okay. So he used the idea of weighting for each control point. So weighting meaning that the summation of weighting should be 1, right? Summation of weighting should be 1. So we put some weighting here, some weighting here, some weighting here. The weighting, summation of weighting plus this weighting plus this weighting is 1. So you take this way. 1 can be considered as 1 minus U plus U. Okay. And the square is also 1. Right. So you take the polynomial extension. So you get this 1 minus x squared plus 2u 1 minus c plus x squared. So this can be considered as weighting for this point. This is the weighting for this point. This is the weighting for this point. Then the summation will be 1. If you have more points, for example, P3, then this will be 3. Then you have four such parametric polynomial functions. Can be considered as weighting, their summation will be 1. So the resulting point is like this. You have this point multiplied by this, and this point multiplied by this point. Point meaning that it's a vector, right? This point, for example, this point is 0, 0, it's a vector. This one is 1, 2, for example. This is 1, 2. This point may be 3 minus 1. 3 minus 1. It's a vector. So you can form a geometric form. Okay. So it would be like this. Therefore, P0 is 0, 0. So let's say P1 is 1, 2. P3 is 3 minus 1. Then the Bezier curve will be 1 minus u squared. P0 plus 2u 1 minus u. P1 plus u squared. P3. So the result will be a vector function. A vector function which will be 2u minus 1 plus 3u squared. And the second component will be 4u minus u minus u squared. So it will be equal to 2u plus u squared and 4u minus 5u squared. Right. Example. So this is what we call S of u, and this will be. This is what we call S of u, 1 of u. Okay. So this is the S of u, this is 1 of u. Right. We know it. And as you can see, in this way, if u equal to 0, if u equal to 0, if u equal to 0, this is 0, this is 0, this is 1. So if u equal to 0, this will be P1, P0. So the starting point is P. U equal to 0, it will be P. If u equal to 1, this is 0, this is 0, this is 1, it will be P. So when u equal to 0, C of u is P0. If u equal to 1, this will be equal to P2. Okay? Any question? So as I said, this can be generalized to n control point. For n control point, you need to use the KNP. Okay. You can use the circle 1 minus u plus u to n. It will be what? It will be and so on, right? You will complementary. This is 1, right? This is n. And then we give you one more term. And this term, the next term will be this. Then you complement this is is 2，你说吧。Any questions? Any questions? 这节课是关于simple idea, but the practice of 这节课 there are a lot of textbook of papers discussing the practice of 这节课 you can find a lot of material documents about 这节课。It's very smooth, very smooth. And the only distance is in the middle point. There will be a larger area if you want to call areas here. Because the purpose is that the resulting objective we try to be as close as to the boundary as possible. Okay. From the projector, we can generalize to the so-called B-spline. Okay. B-spline is formed by projector. So it may not pass through, in general, it will not pass through the control point. It will not pass through the control point, as you can see. The control point here, it will not pass through the control point. Pass through this point. It will pass through this and this, but not this. And it can result in smooth path and no unnecessary acceleration, as you can see here. It will always be inside the checkpoint line, so it's smooth. It will not be acceleration unless your control point has high acceleration. If your control point has a high acceleration, then the resulting projector, of course, will also have acceleration. Otherwise, itself will not have the so-called no unnecessary acceleration. Okay? No unnecessary acceleration. Okay? So, for example, let's say example like this. It's a check polygon. Okay. Check polygon. Suppose P1 is the same point, 7 point, like this. So the check polygon is a polygon connecting this point. So it will be inside this. The resulting curve will be inside this. Okay. So this is a comparison of ABC spline. Okay. It's not clear enough, but here, this one is A spline. This one is C spline, and in the middle is B spline. Okay. Okay. So the B spline. This line is defined in this way. As you can see. The Z curve is a simple weighting along the so-called control point. So the simple weighting like this. This line is that the similar definition, but the weighting is not this simple. It uses it uses the so-called basis function. Okay, basis function. So we will define this later. The definition is like this. The so-called B-spline curve of degree D with n plus 1 control point. So it will be like this. You have a control point P0 up here. P0, I from 0, P0 up here. Okay, so n plus 1 control point. N plus 1 control point. Each control point is a weighting function. This weighting function is polynomial of degree D. Degree D. Okay. So the example here, you have P0, P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. So 6 control points. Okay. And we have a B-spline curve of degree 3. B-spline curve of degree 3 here. So the B-spline will lie in a convex form of the check polygon of the control point polygon, or what we call check polygon. And you may understand this term, convex form. Convex form meaning that for the control point, you can connect it there. And you can connect it all the points, including this. Okay. And the largest polygon that include all the control points and it's also convex. Convex meaning that you do not have a like a concave. Like the belly is what we call convex. So for this example, the convex form meaning this here up to here and up to here. Like this. So this is inside. This is inside. So this is what we call convex form. Just have a connection. You simply have a connection of all the points. And all the points, including this, including others, you can connect all the points between each 2 points and find the largest boundary you can get. That is the so-called convex form. Okay? And the B-spline will always be inside the convex form. So here's the formal definition of the B-spline curve. This B-spline curve is a geometric curve. So you have a S of A with Y of A. In general, we will call it C function. C. Okay, and you have a basis function, as I said, and so forth. So the result, the definition is C of U because this can be considered as the weighting for each control point. Okay. So the basis shape of the B-spline curve is determined by the control point. In other words, if you want to generalize, you can. These are the control points. So the resulting curve will try to follow the control point. So as you can see, your control point is like this. So that means you want to have a smooth path with this kind of image, okay, like this. Now, when you would like to have a two value, a two peak, one value, something like this. Okay. And the key point is this, the so-called weighting function or the so-called basis function. Basis function. Okay. Here are the details of how we generate so-called basis function. How we generate basis function. Okay. And there are several ideas. For Brazil, the basis function is quite simple. You use this binomial expansion. You use this binomial expansion, you can get the weighting function, the basis function. And for the generalization of this line, the basis function is a little more complicated. So let us introduce several terminologies first. First is called nuts. Nuts. Nuts is a set of n plus 1 increasing parameters between 2 points A and B. Normally, we will take A to be 0, B to be 1, just like here we take U between 0 and 1. This is A, this is B. So the parameter is between A and B. Here is 0 to 1. So usually we will take A to be 0, B to be 1, but not necessarily. You can have other choice. It's determined by you. It's determined by you. Okay. So for this one with degree B, the first and the last B plus 1 nuts must be A and B respectively. In other words, you have a so-called nuts, U0 up to N. Nuts include N plus 1 increasing parameters. So you have U0 up to N, N plus 1 U. N plus 1 U value is here. This is what we call nuts. And the first D plus 1. So you have D plus 1 A, B, and D plus 1 B and N. So among this N plus 1, there are D plus 1 here, D plus 1 here. So in between, you have another U value. So it's from, for example, this is 0, this is 1. So you have 0, 0, 0, 0, D plus 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. And then in between is increasing from 0 to 1. So you may have 0.3, 0.5, 0.7, something like this, and then 1. Example. Okay. These are how we call nuts, and this type of thing sometimes we will call it nut vector. Nut vector. And control point. Control point is easy to understand. We have N plus 1 control point. Right. So you have P0 up to Pn. So it's N plus 1 control point. So from here you you have several integers. One is n related to control point. Okay. One is n related to mass. One is d related to the basis function. Related to the basis function. Okay. So you have m, n, and d. They are related to each other. In other words, you cannot arbitrarily choose these numbers. They have some relationship. Yes. It has to satisfy this relationship. Otherwise, we will not be well defined. Okay. We will not be able to well defined. So normally this is given. Control point is first given. Okay. And then the mass and the degree can be defined following. In other words, first you are given n. Then you will choose either A or B. And the last one should follow this relationship. Let me say this again. There are three integers, three parameters here. N, and D. Usually, we will choose control point first to form the basic form, the basic shape. To form the basic shape, we take several control points. So this is the first given. And then, usually, I will take the basis degree first. We choose B. Then, n can be determined by this relationship. N will be equal to n plus d plus 1. Okay. So, the number of the so-called mass can be determined by this. So, in general, we have n first, and then we choose d. Then you can compute the necessary n. Any questions? Any questions? Then, once you have this, you have defined this, then you can define the so-called basis function. In other words, this, the important weighting function. These are what we call basis functions. So, the basis function is a set of geometric functions used to form a curve. The ith basis of degree d, the notation is like subscript I comma d. That means it's a basic function of degree d. It's a ith basis function of degree d. Okay? So, first you have the zero from degree, it's an iteration from degree 0 up to degree d. So first you have the degree 0. Degree 0 is a piecewise, it's like a pulse, like a pulse function. Inside these parameters is a 1, the others are 0. Let me see if I have the detail here. I do not have the detail. Let me check. Maybe I have the detail to share this. Let me see numbers. Sorry. It's over. this is from low degree to high degree. Degree 1 is medium. Degree 0 is actually something like this, like a curse function. Okay, so degree 0 meaning it's a constant function. Inside some parameter range is 1, the others are 0. And once you have 0, then 1, you compute 1 first. 1 will be computed by 0, degree 0. Once you have degree 1, you can compute degree 2. Degree 2 is computed by degree 1. And iteration, you can have this. So it's not so simple function. It's a little complicated. It's formed by, especially it's piecewise. It's piecewise, the different region. So it's a little complicated, but it's defined by this way. It's from B minus 1, you can obtain B. Okay. Okay. And then take a look at the example. Okay. Here, and let me see. Suppose we have 6 control points. 6 control points meaning n equal to 5. N equal to 5. And degree 3, so B is 3. N equal to 5, B is 3. Okay? So, n equal to 1. Y plus 3 plus 1, so it's 9. We have n equal to 9. N equal to 9 meaning that you have 10 nuts. U0 up to U9, 10 nuts. Okay? So, and the first D equals to 3, right? D equals to 3. So the first 4 and the last 4, this will be 0. The last 4 will be 1. So you have 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. Okay? And totally, you need to have 10 nuts. N equal to 9. N equal to 9. So totally you have 10. N plus 1. 9. So you have 4 at the beginning. Another 4 at the end. So in between you have 2 left. So it's equally spaced. So it's 1 over 3, 2 over 3. Then you can totally have 10 nuts. So the non-vector is this. Any question? Okay. And we can get 6 piecewise basis function of degree 3. In other words, 0, 3 up to 5, 3. Each one will be a weighting function for each control point. This is for P0, this is for P5. And the resulting piecewise basis function of degree 3, they are all polynomial functions of degree 3. So it's like this. And N03 is this. It's this function. This function. N1, 3. So this is the weighting function for P0. This is the weighting function for P1. It's like this. Okay. This is N1, 3. And N2, 3 is like this. And N3, 3 is like this. And N4, 3 is like this. And N5, 3 is like this. Okay? Okay? You see that? So, it's a little shifting from P0 up to P5. So this is shifted like here, here. When U is small, more weighting on P0. For example, U is 0, it's only this is 0, this is 0, only this is small. So, when U is small, more weighting on P0. And then gradually, when U increase, this will decrease. When U increase, this will decrease. This will increase and increase. Okay. When U is larger, close to 1, more weighting on P. So the weighting is shifting from the first control point to the second and to the final. So this is for the DA, quite easy to understand. But for this part, is here. You are moving, as you can see, at the beginning, more weighting on P0. More weighting on P0. Okay. Oh, these are smaller, these are smaller, these are smaller, these are smaller, these are smaller. And then gradually, for example, this is the middle one. These two are the middle one. Okay. They are equally spaced, and more weighting in the middle. Okay. So this is P0, P1, P2, P3, P4, P5. Okay. Please touch this. So these are each time basis function of degree 3. All of them are polynomial functions of degree 3. If the mass are equally distributed, they are called uniform B-spline basis. Like this, if they are uniform B-spline basis. Can you choose non-equally spaced? Of course, this two can be arbitrarily chosen by you. In other words, you cannot choose this. This has to be the A. This has to be the B. A and B are the interval for the parameters. Normally, we choose A to be 0, B to be 1. So this is the first 4 and the last 4. These two cannot be determined by ourselves. But in between, it can be determined by ourselves. Arbitrarily determined. But it has to be increasing. In other words, you cannot take 2/3 here and 1/3 here. You cannot do this. But you can take, for example, 0.1 and this is 0.7. You can take this way. Not equally spaced. Not equally spaced. Here we are equally spaced from 0 to 1/3, and 1/3 to 2/3, and 2/3 to 1. Equally spaced. Equally spaced. So the resulting are uniform piecewise basis. But you can take averages as long as they are increasing. This is increasing sequence. Any question? Okay, properties of piecewise basis function. So piecewise basis function of degree D are polynomial function of degree D, and the summation is 1, just like Z. The weighting from P0 up to P1 is P1. So you sum them together. So here is you sum them together, they will all equal to 1. As you can see, here is about 0.6, and here is about almost 0.4. So I mean, this point plus this point plus this point will be 1. For each cube, the summation will be 1. Okay, which you can check. You can check. Each cube, the summation must be 1. And degree of basic function is less than number of points. Okay. If degree is the same as number of points, then this point is generated to a vehicle. For example, in this case, you will suppose your degree is 3, and you have 4 points, 4 control points. Then what happens? How many? Remember we have this. N equals M minus D minus 1. N must equals N equals N minus D minus 1. Okay. And if you were N equal to D, that means N equals 2D plus 1. Right? Right? And that means the non-vector will be a this will be D plus 1. This will be D plus 1. So totally you have 2D plus 2. So it's N plus 1. In other words, in this case, the non-vector. In this case, the non-vector has only the first A and B. There is no middle one. So if you have 4 points, you have 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1. That's it. There is no middle one. In this case, the basis function will reduce to the basic function for the Bezier curve. So this line is generated to the Bezier curve. this case. Okay. And the isolation function with D is non-zero only in the interval. In this interval. Okay. And so if there is a normalization, now we're changing one point only affect the local area. Okay. Basic function approaching zero and to end. Smoothness of the endpoint depends on the degree. Higher degree, more smooth. The shape of basic function depends on the relative position of mass. Now look, the value we choose here. Translation or scaling of non-vector will not change the shape of the basic function. We will talk about this later on Wednesday or next week. Okay? As I said at the beginning, okay, I will return your exam number 1 on Wednesday. And for students, please come to me after class. 我们一起梦湖 and 吴忠诚 and 宜谦。Okay, so I need to talk to you right now. So we start here for today's class.